Okay, can we please play the F scale warm-up? It starts at measure 9, and I want you to slur as it's written, and then on the way back down, still think of that forward moving air, but articulate as written. So there's going to be 2 quarter notes per note. Okay. Start at measure 9. Let's try it like 1, 2, 3. Very nice. That was very impressive. You didn't even need to breathe there. I put one in there just in case, but you didn't need it. That's great. You got some solid airstream there. Okay, very nice. Let's go on to the G scale warm-up, and I'll tell you something after you play it. So just do it the same way. There's going to be a little bit more rhythmic articulation at the second half on the descending part of the scale, but I think you'll be fine. Okay, take a breath whenever you need. Okay.
I just gotta remember that F sharp.
Just this guy.
Alright. Okay.
That's fine. Okay, so I think the fingering that you started to play for the F sharp was actually the chromatic fingering, which I don't think we need in this case because it's just a good old G scale. We're not going from F to F sharp because that's the awkward one. Did Dean Rhodes demonstrate how awkward it is to trill, like, just going like this between F and... Yeah, that's pretty entertaining. Okay, nice! So really, really good job on the descending part of it, especially a lot of times when students are trying to articulate, they kind of go... and they stop the air, but, you know, you're a single reed player, you already know this stuff, but it's going very well. It sounds very cleanly tongued, too. Okay, so we're going to skip down to measure 25, where it says register exercise. Have you gone over the break in class?
Yes.
Okay, have you done anything like this before in class with a low, high, low, anything like that?
I think, yes, we have.
A little bit? Okay, cool. So just apply what you learned in class, and then I'm going to give you a couple pointers as we go on, but just start from measure 25.
Okay.
Stop right there. Overall, really nice job. Your slurring up is going very well, and usually people have the opposite problem. They can't quite get to the high note, and I'm sure some of saxophone is helping you with that, which is good. But occasionally when you're sliding down from the register key to just covering the F tone hole, it's you're kind of overshooting it a little bit, and that's the only part that's getting any squeak at all, which is, this is really solid, which is what we're going for. So that was very nice. Can we just, we're going to isolate a little bit of this. Can we just try high, low, and then the next one, high, low. Don't bother slurring up, because the slurring up was great. So just do the high lows.
Okay.
That's okay. There we go. And the next one. Nice. Okay, so this is not a fingering exercise. This lesson is supposed to be focused on intonation and tone production, so I'm not worried about the physical moving of your thumb right now. That's not the focus of it. But you are you're not stopping the air between notes, which I would do all the time in clarinet, so good for you for not doing that. That sounds very nice. Yeah, I think we isolated the going down one, which is actually a good problem to have. Normally people have trouble slurring up, but you don't have that problem. That's good. Let's go on to the resistance one, the number, measure 33. So don't worry about the dynamics for right now. I just want you to play it as is, and we're going to see what happens. So don't do any dynamics, and if the fingerings aren't perfect on the first time, it's okay.
Okay.
I'll explain why once. Just try like the F one and the G one, and then stop, and I'll explain a little more. Okay?
All right. Once I figure out where F is.
Just your thumb.
Oh, that F.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay. To C.
Yes.
And then...
Actually, you know what? Let's just do F, C, F.
Okay.
Well, this isn't about the fingering, just about the tone production. Go ahead.
Obeying the ones at the dynamic marks.
Don't do the dynamics yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Not yet. Right there. What did you notice when you tried to play the C?
My thumb tends to not want to cover.
Oh, well, yes, that too. The biggest thing about clarinet that I remember from just difficulty of playing it is when you hit over the break, the resistance becomes like triple the amount of the throat tones, which is what we're starting on. So that's why it's so difficult, because the F it just comes out so easily. And then we get up to the C and it's like, it can't like come out of the instrument. So what we want to try to do, that's why I put the dynamics in there. I told you we'd add them later. So if you think of putting more air into the instrument for the lower one, that is already creating the firmness in the corners and the breath support that you need to actually get up to the C. And if you keep it consistent across the two notes, that should help. Why don't you try just that 2-measure chunk again, and this time think louder on the F, and the C should hopefully come out better.
Okay.
Yeah! Nice job, Niall. Did that feel easier?
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah, that really helped me when I figured that out too, because it's very different. Because I would always love playing like the F and the G, because they just, you know, you could sit like this and they'd still come out. But you can't quite do that when you're doing slur exercises like this, which happen more often than they should for clarinets, I think.
Yes.
It's not very easy to do. Okay, that was very nice. Keep that thought going with the loud, soft, loud. Not that extreme, but whatever you just did, continue that dynamic thought process, and I want to hear maybe just through the A-flat one. So the beginning of 33 through the A-flat pattern. That was actually really impressive. That's okay.
I don't know if that was something or not.
That was some altissimo coming out. That was pretty cool.
Okay. Did you say so?
But the firmness was there. That was not so bad. Let's try the G one, because the G is the most open note you can get.
Okay. Maybe if I was hitting the right button.
Oh, well, maybe. That might help. Yes, very nice. Even the up slur was very good on that one. That's a really tricky one to achieve, because the G, like I said, it's open note. There are no tone holes being covered. It is the least resistant note on the instrument. So, nice work. C is one of the most resistant, so that's actually probably the hardest one. Nice job. Okay, let's try the A-flat one. Now, this fingering combination will be awkward, but just do the best you can.
That's this one, right?
Okay. Side guy. There it is. Good. Yep, I'm not worried about the little squeakage in between the notes. That just means that you are continuing the airstream, and that's really, really important to keeping a stable tone. You can't slur anything if you don't keep blowing between the notes. Very nice. Okay, let's do this one. Will hopefully be a little bit easier than the A-flat, because it's just on top. Nice job. You're really getting the hang of it now. Very good. Okay, so we're going to do one more thing. I got to get my tuner out here. Actually, we'll save the tuner for a second. I'm sure you know some of this from saxophone already, but if you go from piano to forte without adjusting anything here, anything here. The pitch is probably going to what?
Sharp.
For crescendoing? Actually, well, I was told it goes flat.
Okay,
that's okay.
Flat
This is what I do when I play on the trombone without thinking about it. Just getting louder, I tend to go ah because I'm trying to get more air out of my body, and my jaw drops, which lowers the pitch. So if that makes sense, typically what happens is when you're crescendoing, the pitch is going to drop. So we have to adjust for that by not moving our jaw, bad Kristen on trombone. We need to raise the tongue inside the mouth, so we're going to make like an E shape with our mouth. That way we don't actually have to go ah ya ya with our jaw when we're playing, because that hurts.
Okay.
So let's just try, I don't want you to play the whole thing, just hold that D, and I want you to crescendo, but as you do, raise your tongue from normal in your mouth to a little bit higher like that.
Okay.
Okay? Yes! Okay, so that was great. I heard it start to drop, but then I also heard you start to raise your tongue, and that was awesome. Okay, so let's actually... Hello. Turn this thing on, and I want you to play that same note, and we'll see what the tuner says. Yeah, very good. You held it super stable as you were growing louder. That was great. I'm sure that now it's going crazy because I'm talking. Okay, very nice. That's all we're going to do.
You want to show the camera the tuner?